Yesterday, put the floor back together, put the aluminum out, rolled the aluminum back out on the metal frame here, then built our wood frame, and you can see the ends of the 2x4s here. Now this before was an inch thick, not an inch and a half like this 2x4 is, but I've been trying to make this thing lose weight so I could make the structure a little stronger. It had 3/4 plywood on the floor. It's got 5/8 OSB now, so weight-wise that ought to be close to a trade-out. The aluminum here on the side, the skirting, we took that off. This had been glued to the siding that goes on. The plywood came down over it. Before it had 3/4 plywood, and that and the foam was all it had. There was virtually no frame. So now I'm going to initially put it back together kind of like the way it was. I'm going to be using 7/16 OSB, which again is about a trade out on the weight because OSB is heavier than plywood, but it being thinner will be about the same. But then I'm going to probably add about 50 pounds of frame structure. I'll show how I put that together in one of the next videos. But we've got this. This is the aluminum pan that I was just talking about. And I think I showed it in another video, rolled up and before I cleaned it. We've got these back on. Under this is that seam putty tape that goes on the metal, and this gives us the position of where the base of the walls go. And we use these old screw holes and line them up so we know it's in the same spot on the frame. Now since we've raised it up, see it's now about 5/8 thicker than it was before. So you'll have, I guess, 5/8 less headroom in it, but I still need the siding to catch in the exact same spot that it was. And we're starting on the siding, or the walls, building it now. And again, we're using this old thing here we made as a table, and this has been stacked up out in the yard since I've started, and it has so you can see all the grass on it, but it's in good condition. So what we've done is we've put the whole side back together. We've laid out the OSB just one piece after another on a flat surface, and put the wall all together here, and I've added a few screws to hold it in position. And so now we're going to start marking it out with a pencil and take the siding back off, and that will give us our walls. And so that skirting, we know that the base of this OSB catches at the base of that skirting over there. So this is our wheel well, that's our entry door. This is the service panel for, I can't remember which one that was for. What is it that it went in there? But this service panel was the furnace. This is an outside outlet. This was the propane, which we won't have anymore. That is a window, and that is a window. That piece we'll put in separate. But looks like we've about got it. I think I'm going to adjust this one piece of siding. I see it hanging over just a tad here, and over here it's not quite lining up here. So I'm going to adjust that piece this way, and I found that the little small adjustments I can make with the screws, where I've tacked these down, I can just angle them a little bit one way or the other, and it'll draw it enough to get it lined up perfect. But so the next video you see in this series, I hope you're going to see that side put back on.